Hey, what's going on, guys? Tony here, CCxRC, and on the bench we have a fan favorite. We have the Stickerbomb, and I want to talk to you guys about some of the things that we're going to be doing to this, the changes that we're going to be making, and why. Most of it has to do with tires, and that has to do with the race scene that I'm in and the limits that I didn't know about when it's the actual point series. I've been running the off-season multiple trucks, and I didn't realize that you could only run 2 per class in the actual point series. So I had like 4 of the Pro Mod trucks ready to go for the races and could only run 2. But I only had 1 for the 2.2 class, which is based on tire size. And so I switched Stickerbomb over to look like kind of the Jester. You know, he's got these orange tires I just happened to have from my Max D truck sitting in a case. And so that allowed me to run 2 in that class. And I ran 2 in retro, which I already had. Speaking of Max D, something cool and hard to come by-ish now, since they're discontinued, is I have a brand new SMT10 Max D in the box that I'm super excited about. Got it for the normal cost. It's running the 2.2 wheels that you see in here. Not been opened yet. I've got a project idea for this that we'll get to. But Kagan, Green Frog RC, was found a couple of these at his local shop, told us about them because he knew that I wanted more. And another one, because as I was working on this Black Market RC race horse chassis, I had to buy so many parts, and I was commenting on how it would have been cheaper to buy a stock truck and just convert it over, which I didn't have in time, so I've got that all ready together except for shocks, which are in the mail. And so this is actually, that's what's holding this up, and you guys will see more of this soon, because based on an SMT10, I just needed shocks, and I lost them when I went on my work trip. They just come in the mail. I don't know what I did with them. But, so I have a whole nother chassis. I'm thinking about making that my permanent mud truck for the Bog Hog, which I'd been swapping out the tires on my Max D. Anyway, we're not really here to talk about that, but I will be also updating my other mud truck. I've got some wheel spacers here in order to widen out the axles and give that a little bit more stability. So that'll be in upcoming videos. Lots of stuff, lots of stuff going on here, guys. And so we're going to be making lots of videos, going live more often here soon as we're working on some of this stuff, just to bring you along and make you a part of all this. So let's get around. Let's talk about tires, the racing, the differences between all of these. And so, yeah, let's do it. All right, that's better. Try not to talk too fast here. Just want to get through a lot of this stuff, share a lot of information with you guys. But these are the stock tires that come on an SMT10. They're all right. Got the nice BKT branding. You know, these are orange for the Max D. I had gray ones that I got rid of. There's one thing that I really don't like about these, and that it is that they are so narrow, and so it makes it really tipsy when you're at high speed with these things. So it has a very narrow stance. When you have these larger tires on, it gives you a much wider stance to it. You can see how much more it sticks out. But I found something that I really like on my Max D, which is up over the shelf, and you can maybe see back there the width. Let's see if we zoom in. You can kind of see that those tires have a much wider stance to the body than this does, and that is because these J Concepts rims in here have adjustable offsets on them, and so you put them on. It comes with multiple different options in the kit. So these are a 11mm offset. This is an 18mm offset, and the one I have on here is a 25mm offset. So these are really wide. It actually comes like right out to the edge there of it. And so where these tires are mounted are going to be out almost to here, because these come into the wheels almost to the middle. So you get a whole lot more stance on this truck, which just makes it have more stability. And so I picked these up. Now, I did something here. I'm showing a little bit of love to both Proline and J Concepts with these, because I don't really care for the Ranger look of the tires. I like this more standard monster truck look to the tread pattern, and so I use the Proline Destroyers, and I just kind of stretch them onto these Midwest 2.2 wheels from J Concepts, which also, if you can see here, they have two options for the hub on the inside, and you can get it so that it's closed off all the way, like right here, or they have these ones so you can get your wrench in there, and they're actually, you can see right through it. So that's pretty nice that you can still be able to get in there with a wrench and take them off, but look like you have that whole assembly on the inside. Pretty slick. In fact, when I got these Fling Kings and the Dragon wheels, I actually just drilled these out to do the same kind of thing. But I also now have the J Concept inserts that go with the Bog Hog, and so I'll probably be putting those on when I think that's what I'm going to do with that other Max D, is make a dedicated Bog Hog. The other option though is to rebuild my Son of a Digger, and so I'm up in the air about what I'm going to do there. But really quickly, we'll look now at these wheel wideners. This is another way, and some people are doing this for their 2.2s. It's another option. I chose to go with these tires just because I do so well with my Max D in this class, and so I just chose to do the same thing. There's people that run them completely stock like this and do well. The other option is to get something like these right here, which are just wheel hex adapters that widen out your stance on your axle, so they go over right where your hex would go, and then your tire is going to sit on this, which widens it out, and then it's got this long screw here that goes in to reach the original threading. And so that's another way that you can add some extra width and keep the stock tires. But I don't want these orange tires on here. That's the main reason, as I don't want the orange wheels, not tires. And so I could have taken them off, painted them, been a real pain. So I just had to go with these again. Proven for me, really like them. And yeah, so that's just the choice that I made. But that's what Stickerbomb is going to be doing. It's going to be running in the 2.2 class this year. I also need to adjust. You can see the shocks are sticking completely right now. So I've got to go in. They're probably bone dry on oil. It leaks out the bottoms here. So I probably need to go in and refill these, tune this up, and get this thing back up running tip-top shape for this year. These wheel wideners that I just showed you here, these are going to go onto my mud truck, SCX10, the custom one, just to widen that out a little bit and give it a little bit better stance. I'm going to give it a go, at least see if it handles any better. All right, so let's go ahead and put one of these tires on here, see if we can see the difference in the offset. When we do that, it's obvious from here. Put this in here, not to mention we're going with the black rims again, which just makes it look really tough. The other tires, we'll show you quickly, that I was running were these J Concepts, and these are their Renegades with the really deep grooves. These are going to go in another truck, probably the racehorse one, but you can see the difference in the size here. The width and the height is quite a bit taller tire. So just a different class. He's running the Pro Mod, but let's spin this around, see if we can't see the difference. I can see it. That definitely has a lot more clearance right here, which is also going to help our turning. So now to quickly show you the other option would be what you can do here. Take this off. We'll put that wheel widener on just to show you how it works. You can see how far in that hex is set in there versus this one, which is right there at the rim, at the lip of the rim. But this right here, so I'm gonna have to take off the hex here, and then I can stick this on like so, and then this would sit onto that. So now that's a pretty even match, I would say, almost to the other one. Might even stick out a little bit further, and you can get different amounts on that adapter. It's going to require an 8mm wrench, it looks like, to fit over this piece. If you do go with something like this, yeah. And so then that would just reach in here to tighten down. So I'd say it's pretty similar amount of spacing. So this is on Amazon about a $12 to $15 kit, all for 4 of them. You can widen out all your wheels versus spending, you know, $100 on rims and tires to do it. So a much more affordable option to get that width and that stability with these trucks. And so again, that's what I'm going to be putting on my mud truck. I didn't want these orange rims on this particular truck. I could have taken them out and taken the tires off and then tried to make it dyed with a RIT dye, which should just be a lot of work. I just chose, because of all the traveling I'm having to do these days, to kind of take the easy way out. And so I'm just going with these wheel sets here that I have and getting the extra width that way, and the cool look that I want with the blacked out rims. It's going to make this a tough looking truck again. So that was my favorite, is when it was running the black rims that I had on originally that are now on the Metal Militia. They've kind of worked their way around. There we go. So that is the finish. I'm going to kind of float over it really quickly. Here you can see the back one is set in quite a ways. Anyway, so that's the update on what this truck is getting. New tires around, and be ready to race it again here soon. All right, there you have it. There is the new Stickerbomb with the blacked out rims. 2.2s, looking good. It is a sharp looking truck. As funny as it was that I just was covering it over because there's so many other Gravedigger trucks at that one race. So I just decided to make out my own in the RV at the last minute, and I think it turned out pretty cool. So anyway, guys, that's the Stickerbomb for 2019 this season. That's what you'll be seeing, unless for whatever reason everything else breaks and I need to bring this back up to Pro Mod. But for now, she's a 2.2 and she looks good. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. As always, guys, if you like these videos, be sure to let us know in the comments below and by giving us a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, of course, hit that subscribe button. And if you hit the bell, it'll give you a notification every time we upload something new. And so you'll be in the know. Maybe the first comment. It seems like a lot of people like to be able to do that. So I do appreciate it, guys. I appreciate you watching. And I hope you guys are having fun RCing. We'll catch you next time.